Much closer. Bearing 120. Range T-minus. Spread out. Hold final wind. Alert.
Ouch.
Attention. Village group. Approximately. Aircraft. Sector. Edward. 5. Number 6. 0. Altitude. 10. Attention. Enemy threat. Approximately 9. Aircraft. Sector. Edward. 5. Fighters.
Oh fuck.
Probably. Better slip.
Just lost our aileron cables, I think. We are out of this fight well and truly.
Attention. Enemy threat. Approximately. Aircraft.
The only problem is trying to keep 109s off me while I'm on the way back to put this thing down.
Up on your wing. Alert. 30. Altitude. 10.
So, quick lesson on the secondary effects of controls. As you may notice, you can hear me moving my joystick. My ailerons will not move. That's because the cables just got shot out. Nice big cannon shell landed right in my wingtip. So, with no response from the ailerons, you can still bank the aircraft in order to turn it. You just have to use the rudder. So, I'll bring my revs back a bit and make sure I'm not about to get shot up again, which I think I am. You can use the rudder to induce a roll. There's a bit of a delay, because the mechanism by which this happens is you're actually stalling the wingtip on the side you're rolling towards. But it does give you some ability to control the aircraft in the roll axis, even once you've lost the aileron controls. So that's pretty neat. Handy thing to know about for situations like this. I think those are Spits following me down. So, the big brain way of attacking this instant mission seems to be to just go for the fighters straight away, because going for the bombers will inevitably get you a 109 on your tail. Speaking of 109s, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. If that's the game he wants to play, we'll play it. Because he hasn't got much control of his aircraft either, by the looks of it. Here, you little shit. Oh shit, no, there goes the engine. Gotta find a nice field. Something off to my left, maybe. Okay, here we go. Bring the revs back to stop the shaking as much as we can. Airspeed's not real good though. Come on. I don't expect any of these to hit, but maybe he'll get the message. Alright, that's enough. I don't think I really thought this through very well, but we'll try it. Oh! Maybe not the best idea. Maybe not the best idea. I mean, we survived it somehow, but it was not a very smooth landing. Probably would have been just better off bailing out. It's like I knocked the wingtip off. Ah, let's try that again. So I'll just go straight for the Messerschmitts this time, I think.
Hello, the commander. One, much closer. There are 120. They mine. Hello, Messerschmitt. Spread out the rock. There is 120. They mine. That's section by section. I'll fly your way. I'll fly up on your way. Alert.
Oop. That wasn't at all what I wanted to do. Let's spit behind me.
Approximately aircraft sector Edward 5. I'll fly your windows alert. 0 altitude 10.
Fuck.
Attention, enemy in space. Approximately I'm on aircraft. I'll fly your windows. I'll fly alert. 5.
Stalling. And into a spin we go. But we're in a Spitfire, so recovery is nice and easy. And that would have shaken anyone who was on my tail, which is a bonus.
I've got
Did get a good squirt into that 109, but not enough to down him, apparently. So, this sinking feeling he's going to be coming back for more. Oh, yep. Right there. Oh, can we not black out right above the water, please? Oh, God. There's so much more freedom of movement in the cockpit than the MiG-21 in DCS. It's taking some getting used to. Out of the clouds and see where those guys are. I think they might have been Spits, but I'm not sure. Here comes one. That looks like an elliptical wing. Maybe. Yeah, that's a Spit. So's that. Right, well, I don't know where that 109's gone then.
Bearing 0. Range 1. Fighters. Bearing 140. Range 4 miles. Honors.
Oh, Jesus!
0. Range 6 miles.
My tail's all shot up. And I didn't see where he went. And it looks like I've lost my guns in my left wing as well. Those 20mm cannons, man, they're fucking deadly. They do a hell of a lot more when they hit than my 303s do. What's that? That is a 109.
Attention.
Turn inside him.
5.
Try and keep eyes on. God, he's hard to see against the water. Someone's getting shot up next to me.
I've got
Come on. I'm gonna stall if he keeps me in this turn. Actually, I just dip the nose a bit. Should be able to come in on him. Not sure why he's trying to. Well, I know why he's trying to turn with me. The AI is not very smart, but still, not a good move for a 109. Should be climbing away from me and turning. I got another one behind me. Can't tell.
The commander. Change formation.
Jeez, that wing is not looking healthy. Aircraft's still flying okay. I mean, obviously there's a lot of drag coming off of all the torn up skinning, but she flies alright. I guess it's going to have to be another case of trying to head home and not get poached on the way back.
Attention. Enemy group. Approximately 9 aircraft. Sector. Edward. 4. Letter 6. Attention. Enemy group. Sector. Edward. 5. Changing heading to. Head. 120.
Okay, we don't seem to be losing fuel or oil pressure, so we should be okay. No fuel tanks in the wings in a Spitfire, so we aren't losing any fuel. Really the biggest impact that's had is I wouldn't trust that gear leg, so I'm probably going to have to belly this. And the other thing is the guns in that wing got torn up by the fragments.
Delayed cruise. Sector. Edward. 4. Changing altitude. Altitude. 2.5.
Taking a few hits along the tail as well. On the same side, of course. Control response is still okay. That's all that really matters. You know, I'm kind of curious what multiplayer's like in this. Might have to join a server a bit later if I'm still conscious enough to do it. Starting to go a bit square-eyed. I'm a bit tired, but let's see how we go. It's like no one's going to be harassing us as we try and find somewhere to set down, so that's always a plus. Still got plenty of fuel to play with. Has our oil pressure hasn't moved, so we're not losing oil at all, not losing fuel. Engine seems happy enough. Other than the big ass hole in the wing, and the other big ass holes in the tail, and the messed up machine guns, I think we're pretty good. It'll buff right out.
Commander, stay on course.
That'll do us. Let's see if we can get the wheels down. It's going to be a bit risky, but... well, they're showing down and lock, so maybe... oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, jeez. I should have landed with the wheels up. I had to pull them up at the last moment there to stop me going straight through someone's living room. Oh well, we survived. Aircraft isn't completely totaled. Well, probably. Let's try a different mission. How about... low-level bomber intercept? Sure, we can fly a Hurricane. Let's do that. Just over there.
Back. One by one.
keys going in.
Approximately 9
Yep.
aircraft. Desktop here. 4. Calling edge. Heavy. 30. Altitude 72.
One thing I like about this game is that it actually has those glints that come off the wings, which helps you spot aircraft from further away than a lot of flight sims. So you don't just have to see the spec, you might catch a flash against a dark background, and that could be an enemy aircraft as well.
5.
It's a handy feature.
5.
Makes up for the general lack of situational awareness and feedback you get in games. He's got a gear leg down. Have to have a whole lot more than just a gear leg down. There goes his tail. Rip. Of course, that just took most of my ammo to do. So once again, 303 machine guns against bombers. Not exactly the most powerful arsenal, even with 8 of them. Going in. Don't know why this one broke off high. Has he got a dead pilot or something? Who knows? Probably does now. See, it's a bit easier when they don't have 109s escorting them. Just a little bit. A lot less to worry about. Please, this raid hasn't done very well. Not many of them left. Now, I don't think I've got enough ammo to down another one, but we'll see how we go. Might have just enough for this guy. Nope, we're out. Although we did just cause him to start leaking something.
The commander.
He might go in as well. He looks like he's struggling to keep her airborne.
Attention. Enemy group. Sector. Here. 4. Changing heading 2. Heavy. 170. This is own slave. Vector 60. Good luck.
So here's the thing. I've managed to tumble my gyros. I have no idea if the direction indicator is actually accurate. I'm just going to have to see if I can recognize the coast. That's about the only hope I've got at this point for getting home. And I don't want to land in France. Not if I can help it. Looks like they're down to 2 bombers now. Unless that third one's managed to stay airborne. Which I don't know, I can't see him. Okay, I think that might be the Isle of Wight down there. There's one sure way to find out, which is we'll see if we can spot Ventnor radar station. But I'm pretty sure that's the Isle of Wight. I see a tower. I see a whole stack of towers. Yep. Okay, that's Ventnor.
Commander, stay in formation.
Fast and flaps out, but hold on. Coming in quite fast actually. Oops. Not sure what happened there. My gear was down, wasn't it? Sure my gear was down. Maybe I just came down a bit too steep. I don't like botching landings. Alright. You know what? Let's see what we can find for multiplayer, I guess. I have no idea. No idea how this thing's multiplayer works. I have a suspicion you need to direct connect to stuff or something of the sort. Yeah, it looks like that's what needs to be done. So I might leave that for now and just do a bit more single player. Come back to multiplayer at some point. I'm pretty sure people do still play this. I've seen videos of people playing it which were relatively recent, so who knows. You know what? I may as well try 109, to be honest. I'll fuck it up horribly, but I may as well try. That should do. Load out. I guess we will stick with the... Oh. We're over our takeoff weight somehow. Default convergence. I may as well leave that. It's, all the guns are on or close to the nose anyway, so it doesn't matter so much. $10, $12, and 2. Right here. Where's the fucking switch? Oh, there it is. There we go. See if we can actually spot any aircraft now. Ah, over there. I gotta say, I love how it took the Germans until like several years into the war to figure out how to put an artificial horizon in this thing. Because who needs to know where they are at night or in a cloud, right? Rear view mirror would have been a nice detail too, but Okay, these look like wellies. Yeah, they're wellies. We'll go for the trailing aircraft and hope he doesn't shoot us to ribbons. Got a few big holes in him. Of course, being wellies, they're going to take a hell of a lot to bring down, because they have geodesic framing, so they're very, very strongly built. Is my engine dying? Feels like it's dying on me, but at the same time, maybe the engine in this just runs at much lower RPM. Ah, there's the welly I shot up. Let's give him another squirt. The recoil from that cannon really knocks the 109 around, whereas the Spitfire barely moves at all when it fires its guns, and the Hurricane doesn't at all because it's a very stable gun platform. This thing is not a stable gun platform. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't feel stable, period. Yeah, look how much it pushes me up and to the right. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I fucked up. Ah. And for some reason the bailout key doesn't work in this. Interesting. Man, that gun has some vicious recoil on it. God damn. Vicious fucking recoil. And yeah, the welly didn't give a shit. Like, you could see daylight through most of the aircraft and it just didn't give a shit. Because it's a welly. It's very, very strongly built. It doesn't care. It really does not care. Let's try this one again. Might reduce the number of 109s here and reduce the number of bombers. Just make it a little less crazy up here. My just try and tag a bomber on the way in. Oops. And then come back for the fighters. Oh god. Oh Jesus. That was a lot of bullets. That was a hell of a lot of bullets.
Attention, enemy threat. Approximately aircraft, sector, Edward, 5. Junker, engaged. Heavy, 0. Altitude, angle 10. Attention, enemy crew. Approximately aircraft.
Okay, are we leaking anything?
5 alert.
Don't appear to be. There's something behind me. Probably a couple 109s. But they aren't that close yet, so I think we're okay for now.
Aircraft, sector, Edward, 5. Junker, engaged. Heavy, 0. Altitude, angle 10.
Just keep an eye on these guys. In my 6. Oh, they look like they are getting kinda close. Be okay for at least one pass. Just gotta watch my engine doesn't start cooking. I've been pressing it for a bit. Oh jeez. Not a good sound. And that's a 109 up my tail, and I'm leaking coolant. Well, water. I'm in trouble.
I've got alert. I'll fly your wing. Alert.
There's another one behind me. Where'd he go? This way? Shit, I've lost him.
I've got alert.
Look at that turn radius.
Up on your wing. Alert. 5.
What are these? Arrow spits, I think.
I'll fly your wing. Alert.
That's not.
I've got alert. I've got alert. 5. I'll fly your wing. Alert. Attention. Enemy sector. Edward. 5. Heavy. 6.
he's leaking coolant.
Attention, filling sector, Edward, 5. Changing altitude.
Oh no. No. That was my fault. I ran the engine at full power for far too long.
Heads up. Commander, stay on course.
There she goes. Well, it was about as gentle as it could have been, I suppose. I think I might take a break from the Cliffs of Dover for now. I will be streaming something else, I think. So, let's see what else I can play. I could do some DCS, I suppose, but I'm kind of too brain dead for the MiG-21 at this point. I haven't had enough sleep to play around with that, so I think I might do some squad, actually. Just gonna move all this shit back off my desk so I can actually reach my keyboard. That would help. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to drop the stream because I just remembered Squad doesn't like using the higher resolution that I use for flight simulators. So if you'll excuse me for just a couple of minutes, I will be right back.